One, two, one, two. All right, let's roll.
Welcome. You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast,
the voice of your covered walkway streets. So dope.
This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse,
we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe diem.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
What's up, G?
What's going on, Matty P? How you doing, man? How the beautiful people doing out there in San Diego?
Oh, life is beautiful out here, man. It's 71 and sunscreen like it always is, right? Speaking of being on the West Coast.
That's right.
We have the man, the myth, the legend who played for Pan Am back in like the 1930s.
Oh, and then was Pan Am a school back then?
Was Pan Am? Coach Ormond played when it was Pan Am College, and there was only 7 people on the thing. No, so speaking of though, Coach Art Ormond, who played for Pan Am and then ended up coaching both G and I. And now has moved on to the University of Portland.
A lot bigger and better
programs
than Matt Palmquist. Yeah.
So, Coach Art Ormond, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Coach.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh man, we've been clawing at you for like a couple of seasons now. I've been telling you, Coach, you got to come on. And you finally did, and I'm really thankful that you took the time out of your schedule. You now being University of Portland, correct? An assistant there. How's life? Like, kind of talk to us about how you got from Chicago to Pan Am, because I'm sure you'd never heard of the Valley prior to being in Chicago.
What called you to Edinburgh, Texas?
Yeah,
Coach.
So what called me to Edinburgh, Texas? Man, it was a crazy deal. So I was at a Division III school, fresh out of high school. I was going to college because everybody was going to college. My friends, my teammates, high school teammates were going to college. So I was like, hey, I'll just go to this D3 school down the street in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And then kind of found out once I got there that I was better than that level. So they were telling me, some of the other guys, like, man, you could play Division I. And so then I started pursuing that, sat out a year. And then one of my best friends that lived across the street from me had an opportunity to go to junior college. And he told the head coach, he said, I'm not going unless you bring my friend. So I was like a nice. So it was a package deal, right? And so he said, well, I'll take you, because my friend was like all-state player, and he was like, I'll take your friend, whether he could play or not, I'll take him. And so wound up going there in Cali County Community College in Kansas, in the JFL Conference, very good junior college.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And got there, wound up being a good player there, one of the better guards in that conference. And then it was about picking next school to go to. So I had 3 options to go to. Okay. So first option was Western Illinois.
Okay.
Got off the plane. I got off the plane. Bingo. Got off the plane. So nothing but snow. And I was raised to snow. So it wasn't like other people that go through the snow and they're like, oh, this is fun. This is cute. I hated snow with a passion.
Yeah.
So it's not happening. And all the way from the airport to the campus, I didn't say a word. I was already checked out for the visit even started. So I got off of that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I got off of that one and then wind up next visit was UT San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah,
not bad.
UTSA. Visited UTSA, got off there. Great visit. One of my other high school teammates went on the visit with me. Got there, it was Party City. I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never get it.
Now, what year was this? Was 19. This is like right after Prohibition, right, Coach? So like
It was pretty close. It was
Yeah.
1989. So
Okay.
Hey,
yeah,
nah,
so,
not bad, not bad.
yeah. So I got there. I said, I'll never get a degree if I go here. It's just too much fun. It was too much going on. I said, I can't do this one. And then I went down to the valley. I got off the plane. I saw palm trees. I said, oh, God,
Yes.
this is where I'm going. The weather was nice. I was walking around outside, wasn't sweating, and it was sunny. And I was like, this is it. This is where I'm going to school. This is over. I canceled the rest of my visits. It was shut down. And so that's what drew me, those palm trees and just the friendly environment and the welcoming environment. And it was just that was ideal for me, coming from Chicago. I wanted to get as far away from that as I could. And UT
Wow.
Pan American was as far as I could get away from it.
And so you played 2 years at Pan Am, correct?
Played 2 years at Pan Am,
Okay.
2 years as a grad assistant right after that. So I went straight to graduate school. And so I was a part of 6 teams. Yes, because 2 teams I played, 2 seasons I played there.
Yep.
2 seasons as a grad assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 years when I coached you guys.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
You coached
yeah,
G
that's
for
right.
2, and then you coached me my freshman year. Yeah.
6 different teams there.
Who was the coach that recruited you? Coach from was it
Kevin Wall? Kevin Wall.
Coach
Kevin Wall?
Okay.
That's right. That's
Nice.
right.
So were you teammates with the Wizard of Westco with Gabe?
Yeah, Gabe Valdez and I was.
Okay.
That was a really, really good team. That first year team was really good. We thought we had a chance. We were 21-9, something like that. I thought we had an outside chance of the NIT. We had a half year, had some really good players on that team, and it was exciting and fun. That was a really, really good team. We had some really good guys on that team.
What are some other guys that you remember? Just the names, if you want to shout out to those guys that made an impact.
I hate doing that because I'm
made an impact on you. No. You're right. You're right. You know what? Screw all of them.
I know. And so some of them are still friends to this day, obviously.
Yeah.
Even though our tenure's a little bit longer, but some of them are really good friends. I'm from there. Matter of fact, I have a chain on my neck right now.
Yeah.
This chain right here, I've gotten this from my playing days there. One of my best friends, Chris Jones. He gave me.
I talked to Chris the other day. So put that chain up because that just shows that you should have been ineligible from the money that you made from Pan Am. No wonder why y'all didn't get to the NIT.
Yes, he's still a friend now.
Yep.
My daughter. I have 3 children that live in the Valley. One of my daughters going to Texas A&M, and his wife works on the campus, and they took her underneath the wing when she was up there visiting. And so,
amazing, man.
So some of the connections that I still have, people there is amazing. A guy named Clyde Davis that I played with, him and I were competing at point guard. Him and I, we became very close over the years and after our playing time. And, even a guy that I didn't even play with, he played at Pan Am before me.
Yeah.
He and I are probably the best friends in this profession, a guy named Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, Coach Johnson.
KJ, yes.
Yep. And he was an assistant with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was an assistant there, but he played before me. We didn't play together, but we became very close. And in this profession-wise, he's probably the closest person that I am to in this profession.
That's awesome.
I'll call, reach out to him, lean on him, and it's amazing. And then
fantastic.
One of the guys I coached on one of the teams, a guy named Charles Williams.
Yep.
One of the years that I coached there, his son is actually coming to play for us here.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. It's wild. It's wild.
Full circle.
So I've been fortunate. And like I said, that first team that was really good, we had a guy named Melvin Thomas, lefty, could score, mid-range assassin, a guy named Campbell that could really shoot it. I mean, it was a really good team. Brett Andritz. I could go on and on. It was Fred Young, this guy named Fred Young. If he'd have stayed the following year, we've been really good again. But he wound up going to Houston Baptist. But he was really good. It was a really good team. That first year team was really good. That was probably the most successful team that I was a part of there, as a player or coach. So it was very, Exciting
So,
time for us.
which weather would you prefer, Portland or Edinburgh? I'm just curious. Like,
Okay, so I missed the palm trees. I'm gonna be honest with you, but the
yeah,
thing about Portland is it has no extremes. You don't have any extreme
Yeah,
or no extreme cold, so it's kind of it's kind of
even.
even. You're kind of neutral. You
Yeah,
don't really have
yeah.
to pull out the
yeah.
coat, and then you
What
don't
about the rain though? Like, I've heard the
You know what?
rain.
People have talked about the rain, but I haven't. To me, it's not as big of a deal. Like people talk about the
Yeah.
rain, but it's not like Seattle rain. It's not.
Oh, I
You know,
see.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a wet city, but it's like wet in the winter. So rather than having snow in the winter, you have rain and
Yeah,
water.
Just
it's
rain.
just water.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
the valley. It's like the
All right.
valley. It rains a lot during the
All
winter.
right. What the Mexican food in Portland or the Mexican food in the Valley?
Oh,
That's
Valley.
that's thank you,
That's
coach.
not even that's not even a
Matt,
question. That's not
no,
even a question.
Matt, you should be convicted for that question.
Absolutely.
We're gonna turn you in, man.
Absolutely. And that's saying a lot because Portland is actually one of the top food capitals in
Yeah.
the world.
Like, it's a
Yeah.
foodie city.
It's
Yeah.
a food city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like known for food carts and the type of foods. And it was ranked as like one of the top food countries in the world. But if it comes to that specific meal,
Yeah.
Yeah, you going to the Valley.
Valley winning every time on that.
So you got 6 teams that you've kind of been a part of that you've
Right.
been affiliated with at Pan Am. Like,
Mhm.
the question I have is, regardless if you were playing or coaching, you might have a memory for both, right? But what is your most memorable moment as being affiliated with the school that you can remember? Like, was it a tournament game? Was it like, I'm just curious, like, what is Coach Armand's most memorable moment at Pan Am?
Oh man, at Pan Am, most memorable. It had to be the year we played because we were so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had that chance. We thought we were going to go to the NIT, and that team was really good. So from a player standpoint, let's do it. Let's player and
Yeah,
coach.
let's go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
player standpoint, that was the most memorable thing to me. The fact that season was so good and
Yeah.
then we had a chance, we thought we had, we were waiting around hoping for an outside chance of an NIT berth. So that was
Mhm.
really memorable as a player to be a part of some winning. I didn't
Yeah.
have a big role on that team as a player, but I played, but it was great to be affiliated with that.
We're just winning, like, did you always want to know you wanted to be a coach?
Yes, and nobody surprised I'm coaching. Like, is nobody
Yeah.
that knew me growing up or knew me as a player or a person that's surprised that I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I pretty much knew that's what I wanted to do.
From
soon
the
as I
jump.
as soon as I got into junior college and I started being around coaches more, I knew I wanted to coach.
Yeah.
That was the thing that was most exciting for me. Now, the thing that as a coach or a grad assistant, probably the
You don't have to tell him, Coach. Recruit me was probably hands down. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. I
so
get it.
Yeah.
most
The low question wasn't about your lowest point. It was his most
I think it
memorable.
was as a grad assistant with Greg Guy.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Been on the show before. Yeah, Greg was on the show. Yeah.
Greg is, he could shoot the ball.
Man,
Like that guy could shoot the ball. Like it's scary. Like
coach, man, I used to
Hey.
beg my dad to go watch him play.
man,
I would beg my dad to take me.
The crazy thing would be in practice. Because in
Yeah.
practice, he would literally not miss a shot. And you get to the office, you go to after practice, you'd be like, did Greg miss a shot today?
That's
Not in any drill. Warm
That's
up
nuts.
from the beginning of practice to the end of practice, not missing anything. A layup, a mid-range shot, a three, just literally not missing a shot. And it was just like multiple times when you left the gym and you're like, did he miss a shot today? And then you have to like really think about it. Oh, he did miss a left-hand layup on this or something like that.
Yeah.
That was probably the most memorable because he wound up leading the nation in scoring and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But
Yeah.
just the practice stuff, like seeing somebody and coaching and being around somebody that did that and being a part of it, as a grad assistant or whatever, seeing somebody that just really could shoot the ball at that high level. And I thought that was amazing because I had an opportunity to coach another kid that led the nation in scoring. And it's just,
wow. Yeah.
His game would translate to now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
Hands down. Yeah,
he's scary good shooter.
It definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Like,
and he was doing it. The thing about it is, it's hard to do that on a team that's not great.
Yeah. You're the
Put
primary
him up on
focus.
you there, you could be so much more physical then and all that stuff. And he was able to, still be able to do that and shoot the ball that way. So it was really, I think that was probably one of the memorable times, not just a memorable day, but I just think about and having somebody like that, around,
How many times did you go into the office trying to like think to yourself, how did Matt miss that many layups and dunks in practice? Like how is that possible that a 6'10" kid can miss that many layups and dunks?
Oh my God.
How many times did you go into the office thinking that?
I tell you what, Matt would always do something good. It could go either way, His transformation was amazing,
Wasn't it? It really was. It really was.
Came from to where he grew and how he grew into the player he became was like scary. And like, so the latter part of his career, having not coached him, but watching him from afar and just seeing his development and how he about it. And Lalo, same thing, guys just really got better over the course of their careers and the things that they did. That was very rewarding because it was like, okay, I saw that guy.
And you started it, You had a hand in it.
I was on the front end of that.
You were on the front end.
The front end. I remember you, coming. Came on my visit, and I think it was like right around exam, so nobody was around, and so you kind of arranged a 3-on-3 with Big Chris Jones, Roy Swift, Lalo, Brian Molina, and John Gaston and myself, right?
Yeah.
So I remember having to go against Swift and basically it was Swift and Chris Jones. From what I remember, they basically said, yeah, this kid, he can play. And so that kind of gave you the nod, like, okay. And then I remember
Swift was a grown man at that time.
Grown man. In his 30s. Like, grown man. Yeah.
Tall, big, strong. I mean,
beer belly and all, right?
He was trying to make it feel it. He was testing his guts.
And I had this conversation with Swift back in the day, and he was like, "Yeah, I was trying to just test you," and I'm so glad he did because it opened up a whole new world for me, right? And so, I remember that day, but then I remember the day we were playing pickup games before school started, and we were at the Westco gym, and you pulled me aside because I was playing like shit the first game, and you were like, this is you're wasting my time. Like, this is how you're gonna play because you're not gonna play. And so it fueled my fire, and then things transpire to where you're no longer there, right? And then so flash forward to my senior year, we're playing against Centenary, and you and Coach Johnson are coaches at Centenary.
Yes.
And so it was almost, we had dinner the night before, and I was so happy to see you guys because I wanted you to see me like how much I've grown and that you didn't waste that time, like you had said in that Westco gym, right? And so I remember going in the Centenary game, I wanted to beat y'all's ass so bad. Like I wanted to just show you guys like you didn't make a mistake, and I want you to be proud of me. So that was.
And it's funny because you got to realize it's a flip side to that, because as coaches, we're preparing for this. So your players, like as you're talking about the other team, they can read you. Yeah. They can read how you're thinking and feeling about a player or a team and stuff. And so we were doing the scouting report, and then we're talking about Matt Palmquist,
I'm curious to say what y'all say, like unstoppable, like just let him score the ball.
We're talking about the motor. We're talking about the energy. You got to block them out. Like we're talking about all that stuff. And guys are like, why is he making so much emphasis on this guy? You know, but they don't know the history. They just
That's right.
they
Yeah.
don't know the history. So it was kind of the same thing on both sides of it. You know, that's so it's like a
Yeah.
bit type of deal when you're coaching against former players.
That's
He wanted to whip your butt, Matt.
I
That's what
wanted,
he's saying.
yeah, he would.
He
I'm
wanted.
glad he, I'm glad that's what
Put
he
the
was.
hitman out on you.
That's right.
I'm so thankful that I'm really thankful that you saw something in me in the beginning, and then you saw something in me towards the end, and you were proud that okay, I didn't waste your time, because that's all I wanted to do is never waste your time. You know?
Yeah, coach, just to let you know, this guy, he's always praising you. Every time we get into conversations, late night conversations, your name always comes back up and always comes up. And Matt is always saying, man, I owe my career to the confidence and the belief that Coach Ormond had for me. So I just had to let you know that comes up a lot. Up a lot for Matt.
Yeah.
You know how Matt is. You know, he's an emotional guy. You know, he's got love for the people that he got love for. He's a very loyal guy. So that's very flattering to hear.
Yeah. For sure.
We put in the work because, you know, as coaches, you do that for everybody, you know, but some guys take advantage, some guys don't. He definitely took advantage, just like a number of the guys. So I was happy kind of person he became, kind of man he became, what kind of father he became, all those things, you know, at the end of it, those are the things that make you proud, is just to kind of what guys come after it's all said and done, you know, the basketball part of it.
Well, and what do you think his NIL evaluation would be?
Yeah,
in today's,
oh my God, in today's game? Oh my God. After that second year, you wouldn't have been able to hold on to him. He'd have been out.
He would be too. You talk loyalty, coach, but I think money would. Money.
It's a different time now. It's a different time. It's a different time now. So
I think
it is a different time.
I think I would have stayed. And Coach Armand, you and I have had this conversation, right? But I think I would have stayed, and I just bought a house at Cimarron and just lived on the golf course, right? Like I would have been all right.
The only way you would have stayed is if you became the folk hero that we think you could have been.
Yeah.
The way they're doing things and promoting things now, you'd have been a folk hero there. So
yeah,
I would have been moving Chevrolets and and pushing daily tamales, right? I've done everything, right? So
wow, daily tamales.
Yeah, pushing
they got raided.
Burgers, you know,
they got raided by the FBI, by the way.
Yeah, this is
that's another.
You'd have been a Taco Cabana guy.
Yeah, that would have been a Taco Cabana guy, like El Pato. Yeah, you know, Stripes, right? And so, I really do appreciate you, and I can't say enough that what you've given me as the belief that you had in me and picking me up as an 18-year-old kid out of Bastrop, Texas. I can't tell you enough how much I'm grateful and in debt to you, Coach. So I just want to put that on the air right now.
I'll tell you what, I think the same way about every player I've coached. You're the same kind. You guys don't realize how much you're helping the guys I'm helping today. So the lessons I learned from coaching you guys, I apply it to guys today. I love it when you guys come out. Like I love seeing you in San Diego when you came to watch us practice, give me feedback. That's amazing for us. Same lessons that we're able to apply to you guys, apply to today. You know, those things that help me, you know, talking to you guys on a regular basis, you know, being around players help keep you young. About life, basketball, the things that's going on with you, and then just kind of seeing how guys grow. It's big time. So it's a blessing on both sides of this deal. I know you guys try to praise the coaches, but coaches get a lot out of coaching guys like you guys.
Yeah. You're right. You're right, man.
Well, we got about 5 minutes, G. Let's hold him to the fire in the kitchen, right? And let's get these questions out.
They're fun questions, Coach.
They're
not going. It's not too much heat in the kitchen. But thank you for Wing Barn, our local sponsor, for hooking us up. And
it's dang good.
It is dang good, and we're gonna go deep in the fryer with Wing Barn right here. All right, Coach. So, hey, what are the chances of getting a non-conference game with the Vaqueros? Yeah, we'll definitely.
I like that team. They got a good team. They I liked how they play. I like the style. They're gonna be.
Yeah.
They were able to hold on to the guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, when a lot of teams are losing guys in the portal, they were.
Mhm.
They were steady.
They did.
That's going to really help them this next year. So
Yeah.
That's right.
And if you schedule a home and home with them, you get the Mexican food that you're craving, coach. So
and
there
the
you
palm
go.
and the palm trees. Just
And
saying.
the palm trees.
Just saying.
and get to see my kids down there. So
And get to
That's
see your
right.
kids. It's a
That's
win-win.
right.
Let's
It's a win.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. We got the first question. If you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be? And you can go back. You can go back to it, but every time you open
I'm
up your
already
playlist-
back. I'm already back. I already knew it.
Is this the 30s?
Marvin
We got to
Gaye.
know is this from the
Marvin
30s,
Gaye.
coach?
Marvin Gaye.
What's going on? Yeah, Marvin
What's
Gaye.
going on? Marvin
We're-
Gaye. What's going
Matt,
on?
we're gonna add it to
I'm
the
adding it
Saddle
to
Up.
the playlist. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a
Yeah.
soundtrack on Spotify. Marvin Gaye. What's going on is
What's
added
going
to
on?
the playlist.
Man, I want to sing it right now. No, let's not do that. All right,
Let's
number
not
2.
sing
All
it.
right, no, let's
Yeah.
not sing it. Yeah, number 2. All right, what would be the title of a movie based on your career, and who would you want to play you in that movie?
Ooh.
So I want to play me.
Yeah.
It'll be a younger, rougher Denzel Washington. Okay.
I knew that was coming, Coach. I
Okay.
knew it.
My man.
It was either that or Samuel L. It was either going to be Denzel or Samuel L. Jackson, one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah,
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson. That's good. That's
That was a
par
good
for
one.
the
I know.
language. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And then the name of the movie you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what would be the name of the movie title?
All Around the World.
All around the world with
all right.
Sam motherfucking Jackson.
All around the world.
I love it. I love it. All right, last question. That's really good, man. Those are top 2 answers right there. All right, if you could go back in time for one day, Coach, just one day, what age would you be, and what would you do? Oof, man.
I could go back in time. What age would I be?
For one day,
The
you could
UTSA
be
visit?
one. Just stay. Give me one Friday night at
Oh,
UTSA.
I got one. He would give Matt his fucking Nikes back. That's what he would do.
Hey, we don't need to tell that story.
I still owe me some Nikes.
Oh man.
Gosh, I would say, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
The bad part about this answer is that I wouldn't have had an opportunity to coach Matt. So,
Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, it evens out.
so I would have been 23
Yeah.
in Chicago coaching at Farragut High School.
Yeah.
I'd have stayed rather than leaving and going to college coaches because we coached Kevin Garnett that year.
You coach Garnett.
Man.
Garnett
Wow.
transferred in the summer that I got into coaching in college.
Yee, wow.
Wow. So
Okay,
if you
that's
would've
a
stayed-
great one.
I'd have stayed. I've been
You
part
could
of
have
that.
coached Garnett.
Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, because I was with him that summer, and then
Yeah.
I left.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been, you would have coached 2 of the best big men ever to play the game. Like, I mean, that would have been nuts, you know?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't have a gold jacket,
so-
but I'm a Hall of
so-
Famer in my own book, you know?
I-
So-
Ivano Starcevic and Kevin Garnett. That's right. Big O. Shout out to Big O, baby.
Shout out to Big O, baby.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
dude.
That's crazy. I never knew that you had well, you could have coached Garnett. That was,
yeah, because he came in the summer that I went back into college coaching. When I went, so after I finished grad school there, I went back to Chicago and coached high school at Farragut High School. That was the high school that I attended. Okay.
Yep.
When I was there, we were really good that first year.
is that Ronnie Fields too?
Ronnie Fields was on the team. I coached
Yeah.
Ronnie Fields my year that I was an assistant there. Ronnie Fields was on the team. Then the next year, Kevin Garnett was coming in that summer. I picked
Wow.
him. Funny, true funny story about Kevin Garnett. I pick him up from the airport because the head coach was busy. He said, "Pick up this kid." I don't really know him like that.
Yeah.
Transferring in, I pick him up. Hadn't seen him play yet, and but heard all the noise and all that stuff. Picked him up. I had my first brand new car, '94 Zuzu Rodeo, driving him to the gym. He works out. Then super. He's from South Carolina, so he's super humble, polite,
Yeah.
whatever. And then after we finished playing. He finished playing. I'm taking him somewhere, and he gets in the car and he says, "Coach, this is the nicest car." And all in my mind, I'm thinking, "You're going to be giving these away for Christmas."
Yeah. You can have 100 of these, man.
Guys, great. Like, we didn't make him the player he was. I mean, he was already that guy. He just got his attitude from Chicago.
Yeah.
He's always talented, but he got his attitude from Chicago. But that would have been.
That's amazing.
That is crazy. All the years I've known you, I never knew that story. This is one of the reasons why we do the podcast. Like, to hear stories like this. That's insane. That's insane. Well, I'm personally glad that you did decide to go into college, because you helped make me the person that I am and the player that I am.
I am too.
But that's insane. Like, that's crazy. And no telling what Ronnie Fields would have been like had he not been in that accident, that motorcycle accident.
He'd have won, so he'd have beat Kobe Bryant in the dunk contest. People don't believe that, but anybody who was at that time would tell you he would have beat Kobe in the dunk contest, and he'd have went straight to the NBA. He'd have made it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no doubt.
Crazy.
Nobody from that time would have told you that. Because literally at our games, the year that I was in Chicago, at our high school games, NBA players would come to our high school games. That's how big time he was. That was before Kevin Garnett got there. That was before he got there. I mean, he was so.
It was Ronnie Fields' show.
Yeah, it was Ronnie Fields' show. Yeah,
that is insane.
Well, this show was the Coach Armand show.
This was Coach Armand's show.
On Saddle Up, baby.
Saddle Up, yeah.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Coach, it was an amazing time. You're welcome back anytime you want to come back, and we wish you all the success in Portland. We hope that you get that home and home with UTRGV, so you can get that Mexican food, see the palm trees, and hang out with the girls. But I want to tell you thank you for everything you've done for me, Angie, and so many other players that whatever programs you coached at. Like, I just want to say thank you on their behalf.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's awesome. You're still doing it. You're still continuing to do God's work and using coaching as that foundation to teach what you believe in and to guide these young guys, man, nowadays, because we definitely need it. They definitely need it. They need a guy like you, and just, man, bless you and everything that you're doing for them.
Thanks, G. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, till next week, guys. B is up.
Like, we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. Like, something happened